Okay, Kohalayim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Havrakah Kodash. I want to give double honors to the eldest apostles and the bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom, to who we reference to as the hopeful elect. My name is Lamadia from the NYC camp, and the name of this video is going to be entitled, Could This Be the Next Big Thing? And by the next big thing, I'm referencing to the next pandemic. So you've been following this coverage of this virus outbreak from the cruise ship, the Andes hunted virus. Now, at first, they were saying transmission of this virus was through exposure of rodent debris or rodents, and that virus transmission to rodents, but it cannot transmission from human to human. Now, developing story is that this virus is transmissible to human and human contact, and not only that, they're now reporting there's a few cases they found in the U.S. So we watching and paying attention and seeing how this story develop, see where this goes. But things gonna get heated. Things gonna get heated. We're close to the end, and we've been warning. Now, so what I want to do is just want to play a few videos, and we're gonna hit these scriptures.
I just realized that they are saying that the illness that's on that ship, that virus, they tracked it, right? And it's human to human. It came from Argentina. Do you know what is about to happen in the next few weeks? FIFA. Do you know where the base camp for Argentina is? Kansas City. Do you know who's about to get, I'm gonna check, 650,000 additional humans. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just
Yes, guys, there is an update to what is going on with this hantavirus, the Andes virus, whatever it's called. But guys, more people are getting infected. There are updates and more details that you may not hear on the news, that you want to know about how it spread, the details of how this all unfolded. Well, I want to give that to you. I'm not going to be on camera because it's very late night, but this is life-saving information, because just like that first clip, yes, this thing now has an ability to spread worldwide through the airport because of what has happened. And now it is believed that it is being spread human to human. Now, some of these clips are a couple hours old, so they don't have everything. But as you watch this, you're going to get the full picture as to what's going on, so that you can be aware, look for the signs, the symptoms, and that I think awareness right now is most important, because to me, this is looking exactly like COVID, except for this is much more deadlier. Am I saying that's going to happen? No, this could just disappear tomorrow. Who knows? This could be a psyop. This could be a lot of things, but regardless, we need to keep our eyes and ears open.
The World Health Organization just confirmed that they suspect a rare virus is spreading person to person on a cruise ship stuck in the Atlantic, and no country is letting it dock. So there are 149 people from 23 different countries trapped on the ship right now. 3 different passengers are already gone. There's one more in intensive care right now. and there's at least 3 more suspected cases on board, with 2 crew members showing symptoms right now. The virus is called hantavirus, and it normally only spreads from rodents to humans. But the World Health Organization just said today that they believe that it is now starting to spread between people on this ship, which would be incredibly rare.
7 individuals of the 147 passengers and crew have been reported ill. Sadly, 3 have died. 1 patient is in intensive care in South Africa, while 2 patients are still on board the ship and are being prepared for medical evacuation.
If that is confirmed, it would mean that the virus is developing the ability to jump person to person, and that changes everything about how dangerous this situation actually is. There is no cure, there is no treatment, and no vaccine for hantavirus. All the doctors are able to do on the ship is put you on oxygen and wait. Every single country that is near the ship has refused to let it dock because they don't want the virus reaching land. Spain actually just offered to take the ship to the Canary Islands for a full investigation, but as of right now, not a single person has been allowed off. 149 different people, no treatment and nowhere to go. And this is happening right now.
This hantavirus thing is already out of hand. Okay, the first person to pass away was a man with his wife on the cruise ship. On April 25th, she flew with his body after he passed away with this from St. Helena all the way to Johannesburg in South Africa. She started getting very bad symptoms and deteriorating on the flight back to Johannesburg, collapsed in the airport, passed away the next day. They test her body. She has hantavirus. Who doesn't know if it's the Andes hantavirus that passes from person to person yet? They assume it is. Now, who is extensively trying to contact trace the 82 passengers that were on the same exact flight with her from St. Helena to Johannesburg? And the Andes virus is a little different than COVID. This is what they say anyway, that you don't get it just from casual contact, which would be if you sneeze, if you're in the same room. You got to get really close contact. So like kissing each other, things like that. But the thing here is woman's body, if she was having symptoms. In the incubation period between hantavirus is, some say 1 to 8 weeks, and then WHO says 1 to 6 weeks. So I don't think she even had symptoms before she was evacuated with her husband's body. To make matters worse, FIFA World Cup is in less than a month. Kansas City is hosting the Argentinian football team at their base. And there is going to be so many people from around the world, potentially from that area, coming to the FIFA World Cup. Just don't go. Just don't go. I would much rather.
So yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying that the incubation period could be up to 8 weeks, so a person could be affected and maybe asymptomatic and show no symptoms, and might have been infected and could be spreading it. So this could be a thing for the next shutdown. So this is more updated news, because the videos, I believe was from yesterday, and this video is more up to date. So let me play this news clip from ABC News.
This morning, global health.
Matter of fact, let me read the title. Officials in Arizona, Georgia, monitoring some hantavirus cruise ship passengers in U.S.
Officials and those in the U.S. are racing to contain a deadly hantavirus outbreak as new cases emerge linked to that cruise ship in the now saying one of the ship's passengers who later died from the virus, sick to travel. Dutch health officials are now contacting the passengers who are on that plane. Meanwhile, Switzerland has confirmed a new case of the virus in a man who'd previously been on the ship, the first confirmed case in Europe. Here in the U.S., we learned overnight that people in at least 2 states, Arizona and Georgia, are being monitored. So far, no symptoms have been reported. The ship was initially carrying nearly 150 passengers and crew, including 17 Americans. But some passengers were allowed to leave the ship before the full extent of the outbreak was known. One passenger still on board was quoted by a Spanish newspaper saying 23 people disembarked at an earlier stop adding there are 23 people wandering around there, and until 3 days ago, no one had contacted them. Health organization says contact tracing is now underway.
It's an incubation time of about 1 to 8 weeks, where the symptoms are developing. It's like flu-like symptoms, etc.
The sea for all of the American passengers on the cruise, adding the risk to the American public is very low. The rare virus is typically spread through exposure to rodents, but this through close, prolonged contact. 3 people who are on the ship have died. The ship is
So we keeping a watch out, as stated in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. The Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And we on the watch right now. You warning you for what's to come, because the MOTB is a real thing, and that's coming. And for them to fully roll out this system, they got to create these events to justify them strictly rolling out this system or these devices. So it said, for the verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. What vision? The prophecies. What's comprised of prophecies? The MOTB, World War III, the Ground War, the nuclear destruction, the deliverance of the elect of Israel out of America. These all comprise of the vision, the prophecies. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And right now it's not tarrying no long. Things are speeding up. Things is happening a lot more faster. And what they're projecting for this summer is a extreme heat wave. So no good been coming out of 2026 so far since the beginning of this year. And what they're projecting in months to come is just more hardships. So I'm going to show you something, because Elder Apostle Gabar had went through this term, adhesion agreement. So let's read a little bit. Adhesion agreement, adhesion contract or agreement, or take it or leave it contract, is a standardized agreement drafted by one party with superior bargaining power. So that's the one party that have the leverage over you, which the other party must accept or reject without negotiation. So now I could tell you an experience that I went through when I first got my car, and I was looking to get insurance for the car. So what happened is, if you never had any previous insurance before, almost every insurance company is not going to accept you. So out of the dozens of insurance companies that may be around, you might only have one that might accept you. And if they do accept you, your insurance premium is going to be sky high. And that's going to be the cost of them accepting you, as you being and they as a liability. Now, in your mind, you may say, well, I don't want to pay this much. Well, you don't have no other options, because no other insurance company is going to want to accept you. Either you pay the $800 a month, or drive without insurance, and you need insurance. That's another adhesion agreement. Either you put insurance on the car, or you don't drive. Those are your options. So that's what they mean by take it or leave it. So it says commonly used for consumers transaction. They are generally enforceable, but may be invalidated by courts if terms are consignable. So now I'm gonna go here. Adhesion agreement, COVID shutdown. Now it says COVID-19 contract of adhesion during shutdowns were take it or leave it agreements, such as schools, re-entry forms, or business liability waivers, which require signing parties to waive rights to short for COVID-19 illness or death. These non-negotiable, often advisory contracts shift the legal responsibility for safety from institutions to individuals. So we seen this practice during the C-19 when you couldn't go into any restaurant unless you have that card. And you know what I mean about the card, the proof that you was injected. So, and it was a take it or leave it agreement. Either you have the card or you can't come inside and eat. You can't receive services. So this practice of adhesion agreement or the take it or leave it, we're gonna see it escalate, especially when they enforce the MOTB and make it mandatory, because the scripture said that no man could buy or sell except he that have the mark. That's an adhesion agreement. And I'll close it with this. I'm not gonna make this long. I want to go to Matthew 24, because these are all part of the signs of the end that Yahushua spoke about. So let's go to Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when should these things be? And what should be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua, I'm the Christ or anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and of rumors of wars. That's happening now. Like in my algorithm, all I see is World War III, World War III. This all these videos that's appearing on my recommendation all have World War III in the title. So it says, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Yeah, the MOTB must come first. There's a prophecy timeline. So the destruction can happen before the MOTB. So right now we waiting for the MOTB, and then once they mandate the MOTB, just know the destruction is close, very close. For nation to rise up against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there should be famines. They're talking about famines right now. Gas, they projecting that gas is going to reach us past $7 or $8. I'm talking about regular gas, not diesel. Because right now it's somewhere like $4.30, depending where you at. Maybe $4.50, maybe $5 in certain places, but it's projected to go even higher when it comes to like $7 a gallon. Maybe even $8. And if gas rise, guess what? Everything else around us is gonna rise. The that include your utilities you pay for at home. And that includes food, because the delivery of this food is being delivered to these markets for you to have, they paying more to deliver it. People that working these app-based jobs, what's gonna happen with them? A lot of them is not gonna be driving no more unless they have one of these bikes. But eating out it's not gonna be a thing no more. A lot more people gonna lose work. Is all leading to famine. Famine is a food shortage. There's a shortage of food and water. So, and pestilence. A pestilence is a plague, a disease plague, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So I'll stop it from there. And that's pretty much the point. You know, we're keeping a lookout. We're gonna see where this story, how the story developed. Until next time, Kohalayim Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Havrokah Kodash. Shalom.